Hi, I'm at Manchester Film Festival with the writer and director, Hannah Catherine Kelso, with First Timer. How are you doing? Do you want to just say how you're enjoying the festival so far?
Yeah, we're having a great day. The sun's out. People have shown up in their droves to see some short films and some features today. And yeah, we're feeling really good about it. We've had a warm welcome and really excited to show the film here.
Brilliant. Do you want to just give a quick intro to the film First Timer for anyone who hasn't seen it yet?
Yeah, so First Timer, it's a short film. It is my first short film as writer-director, and it follows a carer. It's her first week on the job, and she's left alone to deal with this elderly, cantankerous Glaswegian matriarch, and this woman has a very different approach to care, let's say. That's essentially the film in a wee nutshell.
Great. And how was it for you being like a first timer working on First Timer?
I'm not a stranger to being on set. Before I got into writing and then directing, I actually worked in the camera department. So I had clocked up a lot of on-set hours. I knew how a set was supposed to operate. It was a bit nerve-wracking, kind of taking the reins. But yeah, I was just good to my crew. My actors were good to me. And I think we made something that was kind of special.
Yeah, I thought it was such a really interesting story. It's not something you see a lot of, is the perspective of the care workers. And I thought it was like a really important story to tell, because it's sort of some stuff that sort of happens behind closed doors and no one really ever sees it. What made you want to sort of tell this story?
Yeah, well, to be honest, the story is kind of close to me. It's loosely based on my friend Kim, who appears as a paramedic in the film. But when we were 17, 18, she was studying as a student nurse. And in her first week, she was given an elderly lady a bed bath, and the woman passed away in her arms. And I just thought this was such an incredibly profound, they're learning, they're on the job, and they're expected to deal with death. And just something about the everydayness of someone passing away just was so important for me to tell the story, and I hope I did her proud. She seemed to like it when I showed her it. So
yeah, it was a really touching film for me. It really hit home, sort of, it reminded me a bit of my own sort of horrible, I'd say horrible, but to the first time meeting a grandparent, my grandmother, and it was really nice seeing how they warmed up to each other, and it sort of gave that last moment a bit of humanity, which I thought was really, really touching.
Yeah, thanks. That was all I really wanted to do with the film is, short films, I think they are such a craft. I think they're harder to write than features, they're harder to write than TV, and, the goal for me is to make somebody feel something in 15 minutes and, to say something, especially about carers. I think right now we're all aware that the NHS is kind of falling to pieces and the challenges that carers face, nurses face on a daily basis, but this particular story focused on the emotion of that, and that was something that I was just really happy to bring to the screen.
Brilliant. I'm really glad to have seen this. I'm looking forward to watching it upstairs with the crowd. And thank you for doing this, and we'll speak in the...
Cool, thank you so much.